Looks good to me. All tied down. No worries about the storms coming. Or, I guess if there are storms coming, I probably would fly. I don't know. I like the paint job. I like the paint job. Hello everybody, I'm DerTebbers. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Hidden Meadow in Friday Harbor, on the island of Friday Harbor, which is of course in DLC that I've talked about before. Here is a Piper Cub. Woohoo, Piper Cub. Oh wait, this is in game, isn't it? Well, yeah, but this isn't. This is the A2A Piper Cub. This comes with several different aircraft in different colors. You've got regular, like this one. You've got tundra tires. You've got floats, and you've got skis. And this is, well, this is A2A, so there's all kinds of goodies here. And this aircraft comes with AccuSim, so it has a bunch of other goodies with it as well. So let's get in our plane really quick. There we go. So inside our plane, we have a nice, beautiful cockpit that has all of the goodies. But you might say, well, Dare, that's really not a huge improvement over the stuff that's, you know, comes in the game. And yeah, you're right. Right now, we're secured, so our elevators don't flap about, but we need to probably get started on this aircraft. So let's hit Shift 3. And this opens up some controls for us. So I can say, all right, tie downs and lock controls. Let's turn that off. And the tie downs off. Let's untie our aircraft. Cool. So now, look at that. Our aircraft is untied. Cool beans. Now, we can prep our aircraft for flight. Let's turn on our fuel. All right, let's prime her up. See? Very simple that. All right, we're going to crack the throttle ever so slightly. Did I put the parking brake on? Probably not. I don't know. There we go. Now we've got the parking brake on. Haha! We have a dude in there. That is our friend, our Mr. Man. So I should be able to find, not that, well, we are going to come back to that one and that. And that. Okay. I have to find where my, there we go. And? So, no. I forgot what that did. Huh. Oh, well. All right. Carb heat's on. That's on. Pilot glasses are off. Take your glasses. No, put them back on. I take that back. Put them back on. All right. Let's, start our engine. Why don't we? All right, so our aircraft is started. And you'll notice it vibrating there. Because I had the throttle up. You got a real vibration going on because this is an aircraft. Let's add a passenger because that adds a little bit of an element on here. So I can check my fuel. I can also check my oil, right? I can add a passenger.
This is such a treat.
Okay, she can be silent. She can be calm. She can be nervous. She can be fun or silent. Let's go with fun because we like fun. We can add baggage on here. Of course, when you have baggage, the aircraft gets heavier. All right, so let's get rid of that. See if we can get our door to close. Can I get my door inside the aircraft? I always have trouble getting the door in here. There, we'll just do it that way. All right, so the aircraft is closed. We're ready for takeoff. Now let's go for takeoff. All right. The aircraft flies like you'd expect it to fly. Very easy. Hey, it's a Piper Cub, for goodness sakes. It's not going to be anything amazing. But here's the thing. She's in front of all my gauges. Just like she'd be in real life. This aircraft doesn't fly like the in-game Cub. It flies slow and gentle. It doesn't like to turn. It will come back to center.
Excuse me.
Yep. Trimming it is very easy to do. If I can pay attention to what I'm doing, I can trim it. Now, real things happen here. As we progress flying...
What a nice day.
Thank you. It will burn fuel, of course, and as we burn fuel, the weight of the aircraft, the weight and balance of the aircraft will change. Having her on board changes the weight and balance of my aircraft also. So I have to be aware of those things when I put a passenger on board. If I want to see where I'm going, I pull out my map. It works as a GPS, but got that. If I go to 6, that's my radio right there. Okay, because this aircraft doesn't come with its own radio systems, doesn't have its own GPS like you do with the in-game one. When the aircraft is taking off on various surfaces, you actually get the feel of the aircraft moving. We're heading towards Friday Harbor because we're going to try to make a landing there. You have maintenance and overhaul, so you go 300 hours, you're going to have to actually overhaul the aircraft. If you crash it, you're going to have to overhaul the aircraft, obviously, because you crashed the thing. There is a way to hand start and hand tow your aircraft with AccuSim. I've always had a little bit of trouble with it just because I didn't bother to print out the manual and read them like I should. The aircraft in a cold environment, you will need to reach over here and turn your carb heat on. Okay? So that really will affect the aircraft. Not doing it really will cause a problem. And then there's flashes of other items that I've yet to get to pop up properly. So some people might say, "Oh, but there, your aircraft, some of your stuff isn't popping up properly." Well, you're right, it's not. But I've had so much fun with this aircraft just in the fact that it's just a simple to fly aircraft. You've got to do VFR navigation. You need to know where you're going. Look out the window, navigate like that. It's a fun little aircraft. It's a great piece of DLC, but there's a problem with it for a lot of people. Okay? But it's a problem that, to some degree, we've brought on ourselves. We expect DLC to be cheap. A lot of us do. Not all of us, but a lot of us expect DLC to be relatively cheap. You paid, I don't know, maybe you bought FSX on a Steam sale, so you paid $5 for it. And you're like, well, I want cheap DLC. Well, A2A is not cheap DLC. This aircraft is $30 without a discount. That's right. $30 with no discount. That might seem really steep, and to some degree, you would be justified in saying, that's really steep there. There's $30 for just an aircraft. Well, you do get the Accu feel. You get an aircraft that is very easy to fly, something that's interesting to toy around with. You get a bunch of different styles. Does that justify $30? That depends. If you're truly in Flight Simulator to learn to fly, to enjoy flying, to enjoy the act of flying, you really can't get much better than a Piper Cub. And what A2A adds with their Piper Cub is quite a bit. I got it because I really like the idea of a very simple to fly aircraft. And the challenge of flying with my passenger in front of me, where I, like right now, legitimately don't know where the runway is. Like, where is my runway? I don't know. We're going to just kind of settle down over it and hope we don't die. There's that challenge there that you don't get with some aircraft. And if you can master the Cub or feel like you're competent in the Cub. Oh, that wasn't good. If you can feel competent in the Cub, then you sorry, I might have injured my passenger. Then you'll feel better flying another aircraft. Now, I won't say, oh, the only way you could feel good is if you fly the Cub. You could fly the in-game one instead of the A2A one, and you'd feel fine. Overall, is $30 a lot? Yeah, $30 is a lot of money. Do I think it's worth it? I'm actually honestly on the fence. I do think it's a great aircraft, but I do question the price point. Condition is still excellent, so I just injured my passenger, that's all. I do question the price point. I think it probably could be brought down a little bit. If you can pick it up on sale for $15, maybe it would feel better. If you could get it really deep discount for $10, it's probably okay at $10. I just feel the $30 asking price is just a little bit much for a Piper Cub. Even though you do get a lot of aircraft for it, it is just a Piper Cub. It's not like it's going to do a heck of a lot for you. Still, it's a pretty darn nice looking aircraft. Pretty cool. I like it. I enjoy flying it around, but you're not going to get a huge amount of use out of it. It's slow. It's small. It's got basic instruments. And that's about it. A link to the A2A Piper Cub on Steam is in the description, as always. I've been DerTebbers. This has been your Flight Simulator X Plane Spotlight. The A2A Piper Cub, piece of DLC that feels a little bit pricey, but if you're looking to really get a flying experience, you might give it a try. Till next time, remember, don't fly with me. I'm just going to hurt your back. We're waiting on an ambulance now because, you know, she's going to call whiplash, and then she's going to call a lawyer, and then I'm going to have to deal with it. Should never take passengers. Just don't take passengers. Self-loading cargo is the worst kind of cargo.